like clock. I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop.
Boruto episode 151 preview. Alright guys, finally we actually get to the episode that a lot of us have been waiting for literally years. Now before I get into my actual preview, I do want to read the spoilers that were actually released by Organic Dinosaur a couple of weeks ago, and it really just detailed exactly what's going to happen in the next episode. Now starting off, title's going to be Boruto and Tento. Into the actual paragraph it says, Boruto came running to rescue Tento. However, standing right in his way is Shojoji, who is the boss of the Mujin Bandits. Shojoji's corpse clone jutsu would not only snatch away Boruto's abilities and memories, but could even steal Boruto's own appearance away from him. Boruto has to evade that jutsu while battling Shojoji in order to protect Tento. Shojoji is both a formidable and unyielding foe. He forces them into a close-fought battle. Moreover, a strange phenomenon arises: the seal that's on the palm of Boruto's hand in the midst of their battle. It renders Boruto unable to move at all. At that moment, Shojoji abruptly and inadvertently blurts out something odd in response to it. Alright guys, so as you guys see, this pretty much details exactly what's going to happen in the next episode, and of course I do want to point this out. The fight is not what we were all waiting for. Now, don't get me wrong, I think that the fight is going to be a very good fight. It's probably going to be well animated, probably one of the best fights that we did see ever since we did see Team 7 fight against the number 2 of the Mujin Bandits. But let's be honest, that is not what we are here for. What we are here for is the last 2 sentences of the spoiler. It basically says, moreover, a strange phenomenon arises with the seal that is in the palm of Boruto's hand in the midst of their battle. It renders Boruto unable to move at all. At that moment, Shojoji abruptly and inadvertently blurts out something odd in response to it. Now obviously the seal that is in the palm of Boruto's hand is going to be the Karma seal. He got it when he basically killed Momoshiki, and afterwards it's been on his hand ever since. Now for the manga readers out there, almost like 70% of the Boruto fanbase, you guys know exactly what's going to happen in the next episode, but just to illuminate it and make it clear a lot more, Boruto is not going to get the full-blown Karma seal in the next episode. What Boruto is going to have is like a pseudo flare-up of the Karma seal. It's not necessarily going to cover his whole face, but it's going to cover part of his arm just like this, and I'm pretty sure you guys seen this picture a lot before, but this is finally going to happen in the Boruto anime. Now because the Boruto anime is going to take a lot more time than the Boruto manga, this right here could possibly show up a lot more in the future. For example, there might be another arc in between this arc and the next manga arc, which is the Ao arc, and because it's not necessarily the full Karma seal, it pretty much doesn't really do anything for Boruto. In fact, it pretty much renders Boruto useless, as it's said in these spoilers right here. Now particularly when we talk about the manga, what happened in the manga, Boruto was kind of trying to use the Rasengan, and when the Karma seal did pop up, the Rasengan completely disappeared. Now this right here could, of course, as I said, be a reoccurring theme if they do intend on making a lot more or a couple more arcs in between this point and the Ao arc. And if it does pop up, Boruto can pretty much be a liability, mainly because at any moment Boruto can possibly be rendered useless. Shout out to the Sakura fans out there. But the other big part about this episode is going to be the appearance of the Kaido organization. At the end of this paragraph, it basically says, at that moment Shojoji abruptly and inadvertently blurts out something odd in response to it. Now at that particular point, what we understand from the Boruto manga is that he basically asked Boruto if he was part of that group, and what we come to find out later on in the Boruto manga is that that group, quote unquote, is actually the Kaido organization, the organization that's supposed to be rivaling Naruto and Sasuke a lot more in the future of the Boruto series. Now at that particular moment, I do want to see how much are they going to show of the Kaido organization, mainly because of the Boruto manga. In this particular chapter, or supposedly in this particular episode, we're not going to get to see much, but because it was the Boruto manga, they don't necessarily have a lot of panels to waste. We could possibly see some more in-depth overviews and possibly some pictures of the Kaido organization in the anime form, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys would absolutely love to see that. And not only that, I do want to get to see kind of solo shots of each Kaido organization member. That might be wishful thinking, mainly because we had nothing close to that in the Boruto manga, but as of right now, that right there would definitely be a very good sight to see. And just to basically touch on the anime extending things out a lot more, I think after this arc we could possibly get to see some more individual episodes about the Kaido organization, possibly some other individual episodes about Boruto's Karma seal that we didn't necessarily get to see in the Boruto manga, mainly because the Boruto manga just covers everything in terms of action, and of course a lot of information that is absolutely necessary. But the Boruto anime thus far has pretty much extended a lot of the Boruto manga content, giving us a lot more character building, giving us a lot more character development, and also giving us a lot more information about the characters from the manga. And I think because of that, we can possibly get to see a more in-depth overview of the Kaido organization and plus the Karma seal that we should see in the next episode. Now after this next episode, all eyes are going to be putting into the next arc of Boruto. But one thing that I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys would definitely dislike is if we go into another arc that's like an anime only arc that isn't really good. I think that at this point we're this far into the Boruto plot in terms of giving us extremely plot heavy episodes, to regress into a regular anime only arc that isn't necessarily that interesting would definitely be a very disappointing scene for a lot of the Boruto fans out there. And because of that, I can possibly assume that they're probably going to give us something towards the manga content, possibly some novels, or just explaining what we did see in this episode 151. Now real quick, just to talk about the battle, which is supposed to be the highlight of the next episode anime wise, but the next battle is going to be Boruto versus Shojoji, and in my opinion I think that Boruto stands a very tiny chance. It's not just because I've seen the Boruto manga, it's because what I laid out in my last video, Boruto plus Team 7 couldn't really beat the number 2 of the Mujin Advantage. Now if we were possibly to assume Shojoji in his pure form is like stronger than the number 2, him fighting just Boruto and Tento, that right there is going to be a very scary sight. And also Shojoji at this point, he's probably thinking like he hit the jackpot. He got the son of the feudal lord and he got the son of the Hokage. Like he literally has the pick of his litter. Does he want to control the shinobi world or does he want to control all the money? At this point he might be thinking to himself, he might just take Tento's body and then abduct Boruto from when he actually does want to go into Boruto's body at that point as well. You never know what can possibly happen in the next episode. It seems like Sada and Mitsuki from the last episode is actually going through with a B rank mission, and because of that they as well might be in very grave danger, man, because a B rank mission is definitely a very difficult mission. But Naruto might actually catch wind of the B rank mission and basically say that Mitsuki and everybody else in Team 7 are not going to be able to go, mainly because Boruto did abandon his mission. And I do want to see if Boruto actually does get punished because he did abandon the mission for trying to save Tento. But let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comment section below, and give me what you guys are most likely looking forward to. I know very few of you guys are actually going to be looking forward to the Boruto versus Shojoji fight. Majority of everybody is probably going to be looking forward to Boruto's Karma Seal plus the Kado organization's first showing in the next episode of the Boruto anime. But it's been your boy Barbie, and we out.
It's a knife.